Hiya, I'm Simon Mole and I am a poet. By the end of this video, you will have written a poem. A poem about an item of clothing that you love wearing, or hate wearing, or wish that you owned, or remember wearing in the past. A football shirt, a party dress, a tattered old hoodie, holiday shorts, slippers, could be your first ever school shoes. I'm going to write about these socks because they remind me of my grandpa. It's totally up to you what you choose, and it doesn't have to be something that you've got to hand, but do make sure you pick something you can visualize clearly. Pause the video to choose an item of clothing and write it at the top of your page. Hit play when you're done. Great. First up, you're going to note down 3 or more visual details about your item. What does it look like? If you can't remember, make it up. And don't be worried if what you put seems boring or obvious at this stage, but do be as specific and detailed as you can. So for these, instead of just putting blue socks, I might put bobbly blue socks. I'm going to say that they're worn through at the heel. So pause the video to get your notes down and then hit play when you're ready for our next prompt. Nice one. Now I want to know what your item of clothing feels like when you touch it. Is it silky, scratchy, fluffy, warm? And for a bonus point, is there something that feels the same or similar that you can compare it to? So my socks feel soft, so I might put soft as the pad on a puppy's paw, because then it also kind of links to the pictures of dogs which are on the socks. Pause the video to note down how your item of clothing feels to the touch, then hit play to move on. Great. Next up, I want to know how it makes you feel when you wear it. Maybe powerful, cozy, confident, safe. Maybe it even makes you walk or talk a bit differently. Wearing a shirt and a tie, I think makes me sit up a little bit straighter. But I'm writing about my socks. I'm going to say they make me feel lucky and walk more bouncy. Pause the video to get your ideas down, then hit play when you're ready to move on. Awesome. Now I want to know why the item of clothing you've picked is important to you. Is there a particular moment or memory or story it makes you think of? If there is, tell us a bit about it. I picked these socks because I gave them to my grandpa as a present. He was an actor and he used to wear them to auditions as his lucky socks underneath all different kinds of costumes. When he died, they were given to me, and sometimes I wear them to do performances or gigs in. No problem if you don't have a story connected to your clothing. You could just note down anything else at all that it makes you think of, any random thoughts or connections that have popped into your mind during the videos so far. Because of the layout on these socks, the little grid, the squares, they also make me think of those Andy Warhol prints with lots of the same image coloured differently. So I'm going to note that down too. Pause the video to get scribbling your ideas and then hit play when you're ready for our final prompt. Great stuff. This is our last one. If you could put your item of clothing on right now, where is the first place you'd go? What would you do there? I want to walk right back into my grandpa's cluttered living room. I sit down, I take these socks off as I listen to his stories, and I'd make sure to hug him just a little bit longer before I leave. You can go somewhere near or travel as far away as you want, and time travel is definitely an option too. So pause the video to get your ideas on the page and then hit play when you're ready to have some fun with your answers. Nice one. You've done the hard work. Well, nearly. The way I usually explain this next step is arrange your answers in an order that sounds good. But basically what I mean is write a poem. The reason I don't usually say it in exactly those words is I want you to have confidence that the heart of your poem is in the notes you already have. Of course, you can add new bits, change bits, leave out some bits completely. But I'm pretty sure that even if you just read out what you've got right now in a slightly different order, it would be interesting and exciting enough for a reader or a listener to enjoy making some connections themselves. My one might start a bit like this. I'd say, bobbly blue socks. Grandpa always said that they were lucky. Hero, villain, peasant, king. Underneath, the socks were the same. Worn through at the heel, and then I'd just carry on from there. So you don't have to write in full sentences. It doesn't have to rhyme. Of course it can if you want. This is your poem. Just don't forget about the brilliant writing that you've already done. Once you've finished, I'd love to read your poem, so please do whack it up in the comments under the video. You can subscribe to the channel here, and you can have a go at some more writing here. Thanks for watching.